Alright, what's up, watchers? Welcome back, it's good to see you again. Okay, real talk. Today's stream is probably also gonna be another, 2-hour stream because, I had a busy fucking day yesterday, and I woke up this morning after 9 hours of uninterrupted sleep, and I was still tired. So, yeah, and it's also just that I have, a bunch of stuff that I have to get done before tomorrow that I didn't think about until, pretty much this afternoon. So, yeah, unfortunately, gonna be a slightly shorter stream, but it should be an eventful one, because as we saw last time, we have gotten up to the 23rd of December in the game. And, of course, Mayuri's having her Christmas party. I can't remember if it was on the 24th or the 25th. But on one of those 2 days, there's gonna be a Christmas party at the Future Gadget Lab. And, I get the sneaking suspicion that something might go wrong there. So, I mean, we're gonna have to wait and see if my prediction turns out to be true. But, also, I just realized I'm really big on the screen. There we go. Fixed. But yeah, so I'm really excited to get into it, and I'm not going to take up, too much time here, but I will say hello to Scarlet and hello to Logan. Did you ever hear about One-Winged Kong? Is that like a Donkey Kong remix of One-Winged Angel? Because, okay, I saw that before I started the stream, or at least I saw your message, I didn't see the video, but it instantly made me think of this one song that I fucking adore, or like, a meme remix of a song. It's called DK Rhapsody, and I'd play it on stream, but YouTube would 100% nuke me for that, because it is just straight up Bohemian Rhapsody sung by, sentence mixed Donkey Kong characters. It's specifically sentence mixing the DK rap into Bohemian Rhapsody. So, that's a very good video, and I'm assuming One-Winged Kong is similar to that. But anyways, enough talking about memes, because I will be here forever if I don't start the game soon. But yeah, I'm not sure what my other real predictions here are. I know that there's gonna be something up with Kagari, and she's going to tie into Kurisu somehow, because they look too fucking similar. They even have similar hairstyles. And with Kurisu being such a prominent figure in this game, also, I think my volume's on too high. Turn that shit down. I will say I was a little bit nervous about today's stream, because last night, after I got home from various events, literally, I left my apartment yesterday morning at about, I think it was 11 in the morning. Did not get home until a little after 11 at night. So, but I got home and I was like, okay, well, I've taken my bath, I've, messaged my family to let them know I got home safe, and, I'll just hang out, I'll watch some YouTube videos, and I'll play Skyrim, I'll just have, a nice relaxing time. I literally, I've been relaxing for, 20 minutes, maybe half an hour, internet goes out, doesn't come back, I try resetting my modem, that doesn't work. Eventually, I literally just went to bed, because I'm like, fuck, I'm not even able to do the one thing that I wanted to do with my evening. I mean, outside of all of the running around and shit that I did, and I did very well at a pinball tournament yesterday, so it's still a win in my book. But it's like, come on, really? I was having such a good day, and then internet goes out. I mean, if anything, sorry, I just got distracted because, Acid. Also, hi Acid, welcome to the stream. Val is, Valerie Valkyrie, one of my best friends. She's actually the one that got me into VTubing in the first place. We used to collab a ton together, literally my one big stream for the week, back when I was having a really stressful time with work, was a collab with her. If you want to see more content that involves me and You want to see two absolute chuckle fucks play Great Ace Attorney? Go to the Valerie Valkyrie channel, because she has a whole playlist that's our playthrough of Great Ace Attorney. And according to friend of the channel, VTuber friend Vernon Crow, his review is he's never seen someone play Ace Attorney the way that we have. Or at least not stream it the way that we have. So, take that as you will. And also, I just realized I didn't read Logan's message, I'm sorry. You want to know something I realized? You and Val are my first VTubers I've seen. That's wild to me. Yeah, that's wild to me, too. I would have assumed it would have been, like, one of the bigger ones, like one of the HoloLive, VTubers, or, like, VShoujo or something. I mean, I'm flattered. It's fucking awesome that I was partially your introduction into VTubing. Okay. Several days had passed since Moeka had given her report. I checked last night, and evidently there was nothing new to say. She had her deadlines for her magazine, she said, and couldn't spend a lot of time on it. That other group of people who were searching for Kagarishina concerned me, but I couldn't ask her to prioritize it over her own work. No, mainly because I can't read or speak Japanese, and I can barely speak English. Fair. Fair.
もしかしてクリスマスパーティーの話か？
楓さんと吹雪ちゃん、用ができちゃったって。フェリスちゃんはお仕事で、ナエちゃんも店長さんと過ごすことになってて、ダルくんはユキさんと遊びに行くんだって。
結構なことじゃないか。
I'd heard that Suzuha had gone through a lot of work to set that up. She was always complaining that Daru wasn't making his intentions clear with Yuki. From Suzuha's perspective, her own existence was at stake. Even if it was already fated to happen, something still might interrupt it. More than anything, she probably wanted to see her mom and dad getting along in this peaceful world. If something came out of this, it would probably make her feel better.
マイレもクリスマスは家で過ごした方がいいんじゃないのか？この前、おじさんがケーキを予約してたぞ。
お父さんに会ったの？
家の近くでばったりな。マユリをびっくり
Seriously,
さ
how
せ
do
るた
people
め
come
に
up with half the words we
大きい
use?
のを予約するんだって流行
Just
ってた。
making that shit up. Either that, or, I mean, when it comes to English, mugging other languages in dark alleyways for, you know, bits of spare vocabulary.
そっか。じゃあその方がいいね。
あ、言っとくが、今のは聞かなかったことにしてくれ。せっかくのおじさんのサプライズだからな。
Anytime I hear someone try to learn English, my only advice is good luck, you'll need it. Same. English is such a clusterfuck of a language. I feel very, very lucky that it's my native language and that I just kind of understand it because it's what I grew up speaking, because, oh god, I can barely learn, like, shit like French. I can barely relearn Canadian French, even though I also grew up learning it in school. It's just because I haven't used it in so long that now it's an uphill battle trying to get that information back in my brain. Ugh. It sucks. Learning a language is hard. Anyone who can speak more than one language fluently has my utmost respect.
わかったよ。でも、オカリンはどうするの？クリスマス。
Wait, does this mean that the Christmas party isn't gonna happen? I made a big deal about it in, like, literally all of the promotion for this stream. I guess this is the downside of, like, streaming and having to come up with, like, a title and fun stuff regarding the stream before you even play the game. Is that sometimes you just get shit entirely wrong.
特に予定はないかな。うちはもともとそういうことする家でもないし。
The guys at school were having a men-only drinking party, but I hadn't been invited. Damn. I kept telling them she wasn't, but they insisted on thinking that Mayuri was my girlfriend. Some of them had it out for me because of that. What?
確か
People
サ
are
ンタ
dumb.
さんにプレゼントが欲しいって言ったら朝枕元にお野菜が置いてあったんだよね。
どう見ても前の日の売れ残りのな。クレームをつけたら、うちはキリスト教じゃねえって逆ギレされた。
Honestly, I'm amazed I actually grew up all right. Well, if you could call how I ended up all right. No matter how inaccurate they are, I thank God for translating apps. Same. Because at least it's better to get a vague idea of what the other person is trying to say rather than just having no idea completely. How does one become a VTuber? Either be an artist, be close friends with an artist, or be prepared to spend a ton of money. And then also, I mean, there's, you know what, there's actual videos that can give you proper advice on how to become a VTuber, but I mean, when it comes to the model, that's typically how it goes. Of course, you can always start off with PNG tubing for a bit. I know I actually had to do PNG tubing for a bit because my webcam stopped working, and I was like, okay, well, I need something on the screen. But I would recommend, like, it's basically just streaming, but you have a different kind of webcam that costs a ton of money. Either that or you get lucky the way that I did, and it's like you have a lot of friends who are artists and they kind of like help you out. So it still costs a decent amount, but I am the 1% that has a webcam for a mic. Oh god, that reminds me, there was one stream that I did, I don't remember which one, but for some reason, Streamlabs would only connect to the microphone on my webcam. That stream was hell. I feel like I blocked that from my memory. I think it was one of the Kingdom Hearts streams that I was having the issues with that. Good god. That was a while ago too. I think that was back in like 2021. Back when I first started. My god.
クリスマスが終わったらお見間があってそしたらもうお正月1年あっという間だね。
そうだな。
It hadn't flown by for me at all. I'd gone through the same span of days again and again. For me, the year had been unimaginably long.
そうだねえオカリンクリスマスパーティーはできないけどお正月パーティーをするのはどうかな。みんなで初詣
So we're gonna push it back.
それからおせち料理を食べて
Up for 30 plus hours, let's go! No! Get sleep, 100th Assassin! That's more important than my stream. Have you not been playing Pokemon Sleep? I'll be honest, I'm not 100% sure whether Pokemon Sleep is helping me or hindering me. Because I do get, like, very nervous about not getting enough sleep sometimes, if I am specifically focusing on it. And I feel like Pokemon Sleep is kind of making me focus on it, but on the other hand, it's like, I've been playing Pokemon Work Ethics Violation. Damn, that's a new one. I haven't heard of that one before. But yeah, it's like, I actually just straight up forgot to turn it on last night. It doesn't help that I don't have, like, an actual, like, power outlet that I can use near my bed to charge my phone at night. So I have to rely on portable batteries, and every now and again, like the one that I use to charge my phone mainly, it will just randomly turn off during the night. It'll just decide to stop giving my phone power. So I'm not sure how long I'm gonna be using Pokemon Sleep, but for the moment, I'm trying it. Question, have you heard of the channel called History Buffs? History Buffs. It's a channel that looks at movies that take place in specific points of history and sees how accurate they are, like Tombstone. I don't know what Tombstone is. I don't know what Band of Brothers is either. But that sounds really, really cool. I know that there's a video that's kind of, like, related to that. I don't think it's by that channel, but I remember seeing one show up in, like, my recommendations, and it was like, people who make, like, reproductions of historical clothing, read a book? I mean, I don't know. It's one of those things where, like, a lot of the books that I read are not non-fiction. I mean, it depends. I have, like, a couple true crime books that I got back in high school that I'm, like, trying to read now, and I have a few on, like, different ghost stories all around Canada. But for the most part, I don't read anything that's non-fiction. It's mostly because I read to improve my own writing. Mainly. So, I don't know. I'll check out those books, though, like Tombstone and Band of Brothers. Like, I'm assuming that they're about, like, history things. Band of Brothers is about German Americans after World War I and what drove the Axis. Oh, okay, interesting. Either way, we've been rambling for a bit, and I'm only going until 8, so, like... In all seriousness, Tombstone is the story of Tombstone, AZ, and Wyatt Earp. Interesting.
だよねだよね。じゃあ後でみんなに聞いてみるね。
Mayuri stood up to go.
さてと、マユシーはこれからお買い物に行ってきます。
買い物？
ふぶきちゃん用のコスでね。
Ring versus Goku when?
小物が必要になっ
I mean, we all know Ring will win. Ring is the strongest anime character ever invented. AZ is in Arizona. Oh, okay. Where is the sword? I don't know. I don't know what you mean. Oh, do you mean like in the background? I'll be honest, I haven't been paying much attention to the backgrounds. Either way, I've got to actually play the game and stop getting distracted by chat.
そうか。気をつけて行ってこいよ。
そうだ、オカリン。ルカ君がね、オカリンに何か相談があるみたいなの。
Oh?
あ、
That's right. Lukako had called me. After that, Moeka had come, and so much had happened that I'd forgotten. Fair. Let the chat distract you, it's funny. I mean, it's true, but I feel kind of bad, you know? If I'm just sitting here talking about random stuff while I know that I'm not going to be streaming for very long today. I want you guys to actually see some of Steins Gate. Because I know that I can get on tangents and shit a lot, so... I've been trying to get better with that, but... I'm fighting my instincts to just talk about random bullshit instead. Does interacting with chat make time shorter? It doesn't, but it takes up time from, like, actually playing the game. Well, maybe I'm getting too worried about it for nothing. I mean, we'll see as much of this as we can. Because yeah, actually, you know what? I'd feel bad if I just ignored you guys, so... I've actually been to Tombstone and took some pictures with my dad and shot some paintballs out of revolvers. Hell yeah!
わかった。こっちから連絡を。
Oh wait, did I read that line? Shit. Knowing Lukako, since I told him I'd call him back, he'd probably been waiting for me this whole time.
お願いね。
Find that crossovers are more fun if you don't get petty about details. Fair.
じゃあ行ってきまーす。
Mayuri put on her coat, waved, and went out the door. Alright, I should get in touch with Luca. Alright, then let's do that.
ルカ子のやつ出ないな。
Hmm? Oh well. It appears as if it's Thursday. It sure does, life. And it's back to Steins Gate as usual for a Thursday. Oh well. I'd have to send him a rhyme. Typed in my message and sent it. And then I waited a while for a response to come back. But there was no sign of him even reading the Rhine message. Was he busy with something? For a moment I thought of going to the shrine to see, but if he was busy, I didn't want to bother him. Shooting a revolver is something special, and it feels like you're actually in a western. It's hot paint. He'd contact me when he had time. Just when I was thinking about that, I heard footsteps coming up the stairs outside the lab. It didn't sound like Daru. Daru's steps were a lot heavier.
どうぞ。
こんにちは。
Hi!
ルカ子。
We were just calling you.
よかった。岡部さん、ここにいてくれて。
It was Lukako, the boy I'd just been trying to get a hold of.
すまない。この前の件すっかり忘れてたんだ。それでさっき電話したんだが。
え？あ、本当だ。ごめんなさい。僕の方こそ気づかなくて。
He looked guilty as if he'd done something wrong.
いや、別にいいよ。それより寒いだろ。入ってくれ。
あ、はい。
Yeah, Luca's a boy. At least in this timeline. There are a few timelines where he's a girl. But, in this one, he's a dude. Something that they made very sure that you knew about in the first game. But he hesitated, seemingly distracted by something behind him. Veggies are a wild thing. I'm still not over that. But he's a guy. He's really pretty, but he's a guy. Yeah, I'm still not over the fact that like worked in the first game. They were like, oh yeah, we're gonna send an email to Luca's mom like 4 months before Luca is born and tell her to eat more veggies so that this way Luca can be born a girl, and it somehow fucking worked. Like, that's not how anything works when it comes to that. It was so bizarre that I was completely fine with it. To be honest, same.
実はその前に会ってもらいたい人がいて連れてきたんですけど、いいですか？
Oh?
会ってもらいたい人？
Lukako moved slightly to the side, and a girl appeared behind him.
はじめまして。
Is this Kagari? What? Impossible. The girl there was... I knew it. I knew that they looked similar!
よろしくお願いします。
Holy shit!
どうぞ。
ありがとうございます。
I offered her a cup of tea I poured out of a plastic bottle, and she thanked me in a voice that was almost impossible to hear. For my part, it was all I could do to keep the hand holding the cup from trembling. So you can be a girl if you're grass-fed? I guess so. In the world of Steins Gate, you can. So, is she a bad guy or what? I mean, I think it's still a little too early to tell. I feel like she's also kind of a victim in all of this. Tea in a plastic bottle? Yeah, iced tea. I took another good look at the girl sitting across from me. Not like Lukako. The girl in front of me looked just like Kurisu Makise. Here at Steins Gate, all our babies are organic. Her brown hair, her slightly slanted eyes, her unconcerned expression. Right now, there was no sign of her strong-willed nature, but other than that, they were identical. When I'd first seen her, my heart felt like it was going to stop. But on closer inspection, some parts were different. Like, really, man? Okay, this is the first Punch-a-Chuni! This is the first Punchachuni of the entire playthrough. You were here for this. Don't be commenting on that as soon as you meet this woman. Okay, the line's passed. We're gonna take it off the screen. Was she about our age? She looked older than Lukako. I know Lukako had a sister. Could this be her? She had a quiet air about her that seemed similar to Luka. Oh my god, wait a minute. Wait a minute, I forgot all about that plotline in the first game where, like, every now and again Luka would mention, like, oh yeah, I have a sister, I have a big sister. So, did Luka's family adopt Kagari? And Luka just didn't realize that she was the person that everyone was looking for? Because that's really cool if that's true. Like, if they brought back that plot point. Time and place, my guy, time and place, exactly! But I thought I remembered hearing that Lukako's sister was actually quite cheerful. Okay, never mind. I take back what I said.
Okabe-san?
いや、それでルカ子。
I'm getting Doctor Who vibes. I mean, yeah, it's a time travel story. Shit's gonna get wibbly wobbly, timey wimey and shit.
ルカ子？
ああ、失礼。俺はそう呼んでるんです。その女の子みたいだから。
I just realized it was a pretty rude nickname. I was about to say. But it was a habit now, and there was no changing it.
そうなんですね。
Her expression softened just a little. Had to move away for a second. What happened? Well, we found Kagari. We found Kagari. Oh, and also, Okabe pretty much immediately, like, commented on the size of her boobs, and it was the very first Punchachuni of the entire game. She really did look just like her. I took a shallow breath and forced myself to relax.
で、ルカ子、この人は？
その前に話したことがありましたよね。お父さんのお客さんが泊まってるって。
Was it her?
ああ、聞いたけど。それじゃもしかして彼女が？
Anyway, I'm a bounce. See y'all next time. Remember to be excellent to each other and party on, dudes. Hell yeah, Logan. Good advice.
はい。
That was a surprise.
ルカ子の父親の知り合いというから。
Aw, thank you,
てっきりもっ
Logan.
と年配の人かと思っていた。
Imagine learning Kurisu now exists outside of your cell phone, and she has at least one biddy according to Okabe.
違うんです。正確に言うと、お父さんの知人が連れてこられた方で。
おお。
Huh? So this wasn't the person who was talking about Harumi. That made me feel a little better.
それで相談というのはこの人についてなんですけど。
その前に名前を教えてもらってもいいかな。いつまでもこの人じゃ話しにくいだろ。
Her face clouded. Did I say something wrong?
実は相談というのはそのことなんです。
Oh my god, does she have amnesia or something?
この人が誰なのかを知るにはどうしたらいいでしょうか。
Oh my god, she totally does. It took a moment before I understood what he said.
待ってくれ、ルカ子。それはどういう？
記憶喪失なんだ。
Called it! Called it! I am the smartest bitch on this whole planet!
記憶喪失？
はい。
それじゃあ名前も？
はい。
どこの誰かも？
はい。
どうして？
わかりません。
Of course not. If she knew, she wouldn't have
で
amnesia.
もどうして俺に？
岡部さんなら記憶を取り戻すいい方法を知っているんじゃないかと思って。ほら、岡部さん。
Oh my god, are they gonna try to put like
人間の脳
Kurisu's
とか
memories into
記
her?
憶とかすごく難しい話をたくさんしてたから。何でもいいんです。私が自分のことを取り戻せる方法があれば。
Speaking of amnesia, I've been playing 13 Sentinels. So far, I'm of the opinion that everyone should experience 13 Sentinels. I've never heard of it before. Maybe I'll have to check it out at some point. Of course, I say that, but I mean, I have so... I've mentioned before my to-watch list, to play list, my... basically media to experience list.
待ってくれ。確かにそういう話はしていたが、それはただ興味があるだけで、専門的なことは何も。
Excuse me. Better theory, her memory got sucked out of her and she got turned into an AI. Although, I mean, the AI has, like, Kurisu's personality and memories and stuff. This is a completely different person. Like, this is almost definitely Kagari, because the real Kurisu is dead. That's why I'm like, oh, it'd be fucked up if they, like, uploaded Kurisu's, basically, brain into Kagari, because that's... You know, you could argue that that's basically killing Kagari. Best way to explain it, it's that it's every sci-fi mystery with time travel and amnesia wrapped into a ball and miraculously makes it work. Damn, guess I'll have to check it out at some point. Who knows, maybe someday I'd even play it on stream or something. And I knew what amnesia was, but bringing back someone's memories was a different matter. Even the latest medical technology would be useless. Unless, of course, you had your memories stored on a system like Amadeus.
そうですか。
At some point, 3 years later. That's probably what's gonna end up happening, if I even get to it at all. I have a bunch of games that I want to play. And a lot of them I already own, so it's like I don't want to keep buying new games to play on stream when I have a whole bunch of them still on my Steam account. And also, like, I have a few from, like, bundles. More like 5 years. Yeah, that's probably closer to the truth. Like I said, if I get to it at all. The girl was visibly disappointed.
だったら何か身元を調べることはできないでしょうか。かなさん、本当に辛そうで。
Here's a game idea, Forever Home. I feel like I've heard the name. Don't know what it's about. Unless that's not even the name of a game. I don't fucking know at this point. Sometimes you guys just, like, put titles to different, like, games and stuff, or just, like, various titles in general in the chat, and I'm like, I don't know what you're talking about. I support y'all, but I don't know what you're talking about.
Kana-san?
Kana?
仮の名前だからかなと。ルカさんのお父
It's
さ
a
ん
really
が
old RPG Maker game on
名
itch
前
and
がない
Steam.
と
I'm
不便
surprised
だ
I
から
haven't heard about it, because I really like RPG Maker games. Alright then, I might actually check that out sooner rather than later. Because, I mean, one of the things that I want to play most, it also isn't a game that I have in my Steam library, but I want to play the Ebe remake. I have been keeping myself unspoiled for the content that is in the Ebe remake. I want to experience that on stream. For some reason, the itch version is free, but the Steam is like $2. Odds are it's like Steam takes a cut from like different downloads. So maybe it's like, I mean, I don't know how Steam works. I don't know how they like charge for their services, because I'm sure that they do. But it's like that could have been to cover like some Steam fees or something. Meanwhile, itch does seem like it's a little bit more creator friendly. So that could be it. Okay. He said it means temporary. Interesting.
ずいぶん安直だな。
Was that okay?
いつまでも名乗る名前でないのだから、それくらいの方がいいと。
I couldn't tell if that was deep or not.
岡部さん、なんとかならないでしょうか。せめて名前だけでもわかれば。
Steam takes 30% of the price of the game and itch takes a percentage that you choose. Okay, fair enough. I mean, if it takes 30% of the price then it shouldn't cost anything to make it free then. I don't know. Someone who knows Steam much better than me would probably be able to answer that. Well, the developer chooses. It's true. It's like, I just thought that maybe they had chosen to, like, make it cost money on Steam, specifically to cover any costs, but it's like, if they wouldn't have any costs if it was free, then my theory is just nullified.
なんとか力になってはやりたいが、やっぱり更新所なんかに頼んだ方がいいんじゃないのか?
You know, that is a fair point, Life. Offer a free version off Steam. Yeah, that is actually pretty smart now that I think about it, because Steam will also basically advertise your game for you to some extent. Like, at least it'll show up in, like, the new releases for a little bit. So, yeah, you know what? That does make sense.
更新所、探偵さんみたいなものですか？
ああ。でもそれだって何か手がかりのようなものがないと厳しいだろう。財布とかカバンとか持ってなかったのか？
そういったものは何も。
何も？別に大したものじゃなくてもいい。一つくらいありそうなものだけど。
一つだけ。ただ、
Oh?
これが手がかりになるのかどうかは。
Only warning I have about Forever Home, sometimes it turns into a WTFDIG game, and grinding is very recommended. Fair, fair. I mean, thankfully, I actually enjoy grinding in video games, so that might be up my alley. She slowly took out a handkerchief, as if it was something that was very important to her. Whatever was inside must have been the one thing she was
見せ
carrying.
てもらっても。
It's gonna be the Upa. It's gonna be the Upa that Mayuri gave her.
はい。あれ、もしかしてお客さんかな。
Almost at the exact same time Kana opened the handkerchief, I heard Mayuri's soft voice from the front hall. Evidently, she was back from shopping. And Suzuha's here! Fuck yes! Okay, I was about to say, like, if they drag out, like, oh, we're not sure who this amnesic girl who looks just like Kagari is. Like, if they drag that shit out, I was gonna lose my mind. Have you ever had a sudden craving for food? Oh, all the time. I mean, I had it just last stream, like, as soon as the stream ended, because we'd been talking about food, I got thinking about McDonald's, and, like, as soon as the stream was done, I walked down to McDonald's, got myself some chicken nuggets. So yeah, I 100% understand that. But yes, fuck yes, okay. Suzuha was behind her, too. That was a rare combination. Had they run into each other on the way?
あ、まゆりちゃん。
Hi, Souls! Did you eat a wonderful meal? I did right before the stream. I had fish and chips, or well, fish and mashed potatoes, but pretty much. Did I get a Happy Meal? No, I just got 10 nuggets and a medium fry. Didn't even get a drink with it, because I'm like, I have drinks and stuff at home. Like, I don't need more soda. I already drink too much of it. Fish and pre-chewed chips. I don't like that.
あー、ルカ君。
You should drink water. I have. I've been trying to drink a bit more water lately. It helps that, like, within the last couple of months, my grandma got me one of those, like, Brita pitchers, as well as, like, a few replacement filters. So, the tap water in my town does not taste good. Like, you can taste the chlorine in it. It's not good. Or, it's not chlorine, it's, you know, whatever chemicals they use to purify it. But it's like, it doesn't taste right, and, like, especially because I grew up in like a small town. Like I grew up kind of out in the middle of nowhere. I am spoiled by the taste of like well and spring water. But the Brita filter does help a ton, honestly. Like I want to drink water so much more now.
ルカ兄さん、そちらの人は？うちに泊まっているお客さんで。
Please, for the love of God. Show Suzuha the Upa, please, please. Kana bowed her head a little. For some reason, Mayuri gave a happy little sigh as she looked at the handkerchief in Kana's hands. There we go. Don't let the Upas touch! The timelines will collapse. Inside of the white handkerchief was a faded Upa keychain. This is an Upa. Paradox incoming.
もしかして手がかりというのはそれか？
It was an old Upa keychain. Was that really a clue?
でも
Yes.
このウーパいつ頃のものかな。ずいぶん古いみたいだけど。
It really did come to think of it. Upa was a character from the Rainet Kakuru anime. And it's our first tip of the session. A very popular manga about the internet that appears in Rokoroko Comics. It also has an anime, presently in its 3rd season, that runs every Sunday at 9 a.m. on East TV stations. While the general atmosphere and character design of the show may make it look like it's for children, its unusually realistic themes make it a show that adults can enjoy as well. Upa products had only been around for a few years now, but the one I was looking at was very old.
これもともとは緑色だったんじゃないかな。だってこれ森の妖精さんバージョンだもん。
森の妖精さん？
この前やってた映画に出てきたんだ。ほらマユシーも持ってるんだけど、ここのところのデザインがちょっとだけ違うの。
I couldn't see any difference at all.
このキーホルダーね、なかなか売ってなくてずーっと探してたんだ。そしたらこの前
It looks like a Pikmin mob. It kinda does, actually.
買ってきてくれたの。ね。たまたまお店を覗いたら売ってたから。
しかし妙だな。この前の映画のグッズなら発売してすぐのはずだ。こんなに古くは。
Only then did I realize how pale Kana's face was. Uh-oh. What's happening?
大丈夫ですか、カナさん。
具合が悪いのか？
大丈夫。
Quickly! Throw 3 red Pikmin and stuff it in an onion! Oh. Uh-oh. Kana tried to stand up and almost fell forward. Lukaku quickly grabbed her.
そうだ。何か冷たいものを。
I went to get a bottle of water out of the fridge when I noticed that Suzuha was staring at Kana in shock.
鈴葉？
そう。
え？
Strangely, Kana wasn't the only one who was shaking a little. Suzuha was too.
嘘。それ、そのウーパー。
どうしたんだ、鈴葉？
私は知ってる。そのウーパー、それ。
Fuck yes. They're connecting the 2 dots!
おい、鈴葉。
Kana staggered a few steps towards Suzuha, and then a few steps more. She has the 1,000-yard stare of someone who just realized the Nintendo 64 was 27 years ago. God! That sounds so fake! I hate that! I hate that! How dare time move forward? It couldn't be. No, there was just no way. But...
もしかしてお前かがり
What?
お前はかがり椎名かがりなのか
Kana's eyes went wide. Oh, shit. And she slowly collapsed to the floor. Alright, we cleared that chapter. The orbital eclipse.
どうだ少しは落ち着いたか
はい、おかげさまで。
Kana had passed out after hearing the name Kagari Shina from Suzuha. With help from Lukako and the girls, she woke up 10 minutes later. But she still didn't look very good.
ルカ子、それにマユリ、すまないが、何か冷たいものを買ってきてくれないか
え？
それから、額に貼る冷却シートのようなものもあると嬉しい。
I felt bad for Lukako, but I probably didn't want either of them hearing what we were about to discuss.
わかった。行こう、ルカくん。
Lukako seemed interested in hearing about what was going on, but still, he went along with Mayuri. Okay. What happened next was the problem.
カナさん。
かがり、お前、今までどこで何をしていた？
Suzuha opened her mouth the second Mayuri and Lukako left. Her words were as sharp as a knife blade, and Kana looked terrified.
一体どういうつもりであの時？
待て、鈴葉。彼女は記憶を失ってる。
Man, Luka is thin compared to his sister. I mean, Kana is not Luka's sister. I explained what had brought Kana here. Oh. I'm about to reveal an important secret to you, Nya. I love her options, but I refuse. Ooh, yeah, and blush. Wasn't talking about Kana. Then, who were you talking? Oh, were you talking about Mayuri? Mayuri is also not, Luka's sister. Time to punch a Chuni myself. Let's do but I refuse. We're in the middle of something right now, Ferris. Come on, just let me say it, yeah. It's probably just more made-up nonsense, right? It's really hard keeping up with all the stuff you say. You've changed, Okarin. Will you ever go back to the old you? Will you never go back to being Kyoma, yeah? Great conversation. I explained what had brought Kana here.
記憶喪失。それじゃどこで何をしていたかも。
ああ。でも、その前に確かめなければならないことがある。
Whether or not she was really Kagari Shina.
カナさん。
はい。
That would be one hell of a twist if it's just like a coincidence that she looks like Kagari and has the Upa. Although that would feel really contrived now that I think about it.
さっきしていた話は覚えてるか？
はい。
どうする？ 続きはもう少し回復してからにするか？
いえ、大丈夫です。
She was clutching her upa so hard that her fingertips had gone white. But there was a light in her eyes as she looked up at Suzuha.
じゃあさっきの話を続けよう。鈴葉、お前が彼女をかがりだというその根拠は何だ？
そのウーパだよ。それはかがりが肌身離さず持ってたものなんだ。ママにもらったんだって。お守りだって。
Or a temporal clone created by time travel. I mean, that could also be it. I mean, then again, it's like the rules of time travel in Steins Gate are like pretty strict. Like with the time machine, it is straight up like you bring someone from one point in time to another. So it's not really a clone in this case, at least until the original Kagari gets born in like 15 years. Gine State! Hi, Rianu Keeves, welcome to the stream! Kana slowly opened her hand. The tiny old Upa was staring up at us with a silly look on its face. A present from her mom. A present from Mayuri.
カナさんはそのウーパだけが自分が持っていたものだって言っていたが。
I feel like my desk chair gets more uncomfortable by the day.
倒れていた私がただ一つ手にしていたのがこのキーホルダーだったそうです。
倒れていた？
はい。
どのあたりで倒れていたんだ？
千葉の参道です。県境あたりの。近くのお寺の住職さんが偶然通りかかって見つけてもらったそうで。
You're gonna give the ring lore? Hell yeah, doing God's work.
その後しばらくはその方のお寺でお世話になっていたんです。ですがお寺は修行の場でもあるので長く女性を置いておくこともできないと。
それでルカ子の家にというわけか。
はい、その住職さんルカ君のことを女の子だって思っていて、それで年の近い女の子のいる家なら私にとってもいいだろうって。
盲点だった。まさかこんな近くにいたなんて。
The guest that Lukaku had mentioned a few days ago was probably that priest. Which means that Kagari Shina, had been there the whole time. We'd been searching blindly for her without any idea. And she'd been there the whole time. If only I'd taken Lukaku's call, we wouldn't have had to go through all of this.
それでカナさん、君はカガリという名を聞いて何か思い出すことはないか？
We should give her a new nickname. What about Curtis too?
正直を言うとよくわかりません。ただすごく懐かしい感じがします。それに
Kana's words cut off as she looked at Suzuha.
その先ほどの方、
まゆ姉さんのこと？
まゆ姉さん？
あの子は椎名まゆりと言うんだ。
まゆりさん、あの方を見たとき、なぜだかすごく温かい気持ちになりました。
Aw. Even if she was Kagari Shina, she would have only have known Mayuri after she'd grown up. But her appearance can't have changed that much, which meant that it would make sense that seeing her would stir some feelings within Kagari.
ねえ、それもう一度見せてもらってもいい？
はい。
Kagari handed the old Upa over to Kana. Or wait, no, I fucked that up. Wait. That fucked up. Someone fucked up on this line. I think they meant Kagari handed over the old Upa to
や
Suzuha.
っぱりこれかがりが持ってたものだよ。
Yeah, found a typo! Found a typo in the visual novel! Give it negative reviews on Steam! There is one typo in this visual novel.
では私はその椎名かがりという名前だったんでしょうか。
そうだな。
There's been a
まだ
couple, there
確証
have
がある
been
わけじゃないが、そう
But
考え
not
るのが
quite
妥当だと思う。
that bad.
いや間違いない。彼女はかがりだ。そのキーホルダーが何よりの証拠だよ。まゆ姉さんがかがりにあげたものなんだから。でもよりによって記憶喪失だなんて。
The keychain probably did belong to Kagari, but she also could have been gifted it by Kagari Shina, or she could have picked it up off the ground. Of course, Suzuha said that the keychain was very important to Kagari. It was unlikely that she'd drop it or give it to someone, which meant... Then the door opened and Mayuri poked her head through to see what was going on.
トゥトゥル
Oh, why are you sad?
大丈夫ですか？
ああ、悪かったな。わざわざ。
いえ。
Oh? You really don't want to know, nya? I'll do a sorry. Alright, I won't do something that would upset you, nya. It's not that it upsets me. I've just gotten... What?! I've just gotten a lot more careful after a certain someone almost sued me for sexual harassment. That's an amazing secret of yours, nya. Oh, oops. Yeah, I've got the evidence saved forever on my phone, nya. So who was the girl? Not telling you, I'll take it to my grave. It was Kurisu, wasn't it? The drinks and cooling sheets were taken out of their plastic bags and put on the desk.
それでその
Oh no! Sorry, I just noticed that Nightbot nuked you, souls. I'm so sorry. You know what? Actually, I'm gonna open up Nightbot. Because that's happened to you too many times, souls. I'm gonna try and set you up as a regular. I want to take care of this now before I forget, because I know that I would.
Hi everybody.
Oh no, 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 no. I didn't mean to play one of your videos. I'm sorry. Here we go. I just want to submit you as a regular so that this way you stop getting nuked. I just want Nightbot to stop shooting people. Oh, I'll do that for life as well, because I think that's happened a few times. 100th Assassin, are you also? How do I not have you as a regular 100th Assassin? Okay, we're doing it live. We'll do it live.
A big thing.
Okay, ah! I don't mean to listen to you guys' videos. There. Okay, so we got life, and now we'll get 100th Assassin in there as well. It's because I'm most irregular? Nah, you show up here enough that, like, this is fine. There we go. Okay. And, fuck it, I'll also get Acid and, Rianu Keeves, just to be safe, you know? Don't want to scroll too far back, and I don't want this to take too long, but I do want to make sure that people can actually chat and not get blown up by a malfunctioning moderation bot. There we go. Okay. That should be everyone active in chat right now. What? Nightbot! I just set 100th Assassin as a regular! What? Okay, what the hell is going on? It should not be doing this. Just a moment. What is going on? Here. Okay, I've altered the settings a bit. And, oh, also, Scarlet, I need to set you as a regular. This will be the last one for now. There we go. I think Nightbot might be throwing a temper tantrum because it knows that I'm not letting it shoot people randomly anymore. Perhaps Nightbot gets the last laugh after all. I guess it does. Lukako waited a moment for her to take a sip of the drinks he'd brought, and then spoke with a quavering voice.
かなさんはそのあまねさんの知り合いのかがりさんという方だったんでしょうか。
そうだな。そう考えるのが妥当だと思う。
そうですか。よかったです。名前だけでも分かって。
I'm doing a ring lore, but I can't find a PNG of the ring. This is gonna be hard. Oh no, I wish you luck in... I wish you luck in your mission, brave soldier.
ルカ君。
Kana, that is, Kagari, smiled gently when she saw how relieved Lukako was.
でも、それなら、あまねさんは、かがりさんの本当のお家を知っているんでしょうか。
いや、それは。
鈴葉はかがりさんと子供の頃ご近所だったそうだ。でも12年前に引っ越してしまって、それからの行方がわからなかったらしい。そうだな。
そうなんだ。それで最近急に懐かしくなって、オカリンおじさんに相談してたんだよ。
Very good lie. Very fucking clever.
そういうわけだ。だから鈴葉にもかがりさんの家族のことやどこに住んでいたのかはわからないらしい。
そうなんですか。
That was the only answer I could come up with. If we told Kagari that she was a time traveler from the year 2036 who'd come here 12 years ago, it would only confuse her.
あとは彼女が記憶を取り戻してくれれば何がどうなっていたのか全てわかるはずなんだが。
She'd learned her name and met both Suzuha and Mayuri. Mayuri's presence alone had to be a big deal.
かがりさん？はい。かがりさんの上のお名前はなんていうのかな。さっきはよく聞こえなくて。だからよかったら教えてほしいな。
Uh-oh.
その岡部さんたちのお話だと椎名と。
Do we really want to find her memories, though? It is true, it could be like a situation where she got rid of her own memories for a reason. That would also be one hell of a twist.
わあ、じゃあマユシーと一緒だ。マユシーもね、椎名っていうの。椎名まゆり。椎名まゆりさん。嬉しいな。マユシー、同じ名字の人に会ったの初めてだよ。そうなんですか。だからこれからよろしくお願いします。はい、こちらこそよろしくお願いします。
Mayuri was using her natural cheerfulness to try and open up to Kagari. If it worked, maybe she could bring back her memories.
ルカ君から聞いたんだけど、かがりさんは記憶喪失なの？はい。それって自分が誰かも忘れちゃうってことなんだよね。はい。そっか。きっと辛いこといっぱいだよね。だって自分の大好きな人のことも忘れちゃうんでしょ。それってすごく悲しいことだって マユシーは思うのです。だからね、うまく言えないけど、マユシーもお手伝いするから頑張ろうね。
She is such a sweetheart! Mayuri is adorable! She's so wholesome every time she's on screen! Mayuri smiled. I could see Kagari's eyes well up with tears.
急にどうしちゃったのかな。マユシー、何か変なこと言っちゃったかな。
そうじゃないんです。ただまゆりさんの言葉を聞いてなんだか嬉しくって。
It would be like the Chocobo dungeon game where it kept telling us how bad it is that the villagers chose to erase their memories, but later we find out that the big bad is a memory monster, and the only way to stop it was to forget. That's interesting. That's a really interesting plot, to be honest. I like anything that messes around with, like, the concept of, like, oh, hey, this monster, it either, like, feeds on memories, or, like, it spreads like a virus through people's memories. That's always super cool. Like, I know there's this one digital horror project called the June Archive that's kind of messing around with that, and it's really interesting. Honestly, check out the June Archive, because it's a digital horror centered around the closing of Flipnote Hatena. It's very interesting. Just shoot the monster, shake my head. How can you shoot a memory? 13 Sentinels. Does that happen in 13 Sentinels? Maybe I will have to check out this game sooner rather than later. That one as well as Forever Home. Y'all are adding to my playlist. I'm gonna have to be streaming until I'm 50 to catch up with all of this shit. Oh well.
マユシーだけじゃなく、オカリンもスズさんもルカ君もみんな同じ気持ちだよ。
もちろんです。僕もできることがあれば何でもしますから。ありがとうございます、ルカ君、まゆりさん。
I could leave Kagari to Mayuri and Lukako, and she'd be just fine. The question was what to do now. You're done creating the ring lore? Hell yeah!
頼みがあるんだが、
なんでしょう。
かがりさんはもう少しお前の家に置いてもらってもいいだろうか。
え？
その間に俺たちは彼女が今までどうしていたのかを調べようと思う。
Would you like the ring lore? Sure!
はい、もちろんうちは構いません。
鈴葉もそれでいいか。
わかった。
Suzuha probably wasn't completely happy with that, but she nodded anyway. Yeah, that would only work if you make the monster manifest in the real world or go into the memory world. If that's even a possibility, depending on, you know, the series. Our first priority now is getting back Kagari's memories.
それじゃあルカ君のお家に行けばかがりさんに会えるんだね。マユシーも遊びに行っていい？
もちろんだよ。ね、かがりさん。はい。
鈴葉もできるだけ顔を出してやってくれ。その方が記憶を取り戻すにはいいだろう。
オーキードーキー。
そうだ、クリスマスパーティーができないから今ねお正月パーティーをしようかなって思ってるんだ。かがりさんにも手伝ってもらえると嬉しいな。
いいんですか？私なんかが。
There's only one real way to defeat a memory monster, and that's stuffing it with so many embarrassing moments from your past until it dies of cringe. I would love to see a story or a game at some point. Have you received the lore? I mean, depends. How are you trying to send it to me? If it's via chat, I don't think you can link it to me, like, in my chat. Go to my Twitter and, like, DM it to me. That's probably the best way that you can send any, like, Google Docs link to me.
もちろんだよ。ね、ルカ君。
Yeah, because, like, for a while, mostly back in 2021, I haven't really had an issue with it ever since, but I know back in, like, 2021, there was a problem where, porn bots would just post random links in people's stream chats, so, I have filters that stop anyone outside of, like, moderators from posting links, but also I have so many cringe memories that'll be easy to kill it. Anytime you got 3 girls together, they'd start chattering like birds. The girls, although one of them was a guy, began to chatter away. I had my own work to do. First, I had to let Moika know that we'd found her. How best to do this? Okay, we're messaging Moika now. Knowing Moika, she'd respond almost immediately. A friend who works at a shrine was taking care of her. She was found on a mountain path near the Chiba border, but she's lost her memories from before then. She was that close? Wow. We've been looking for whoever is after her, but can't find any info. It may be a pretty big group. It's probably CERN, and I don't like that. It would be a big help if you could keep it up. Okay. That was all I needed to do for Moika. But I was still interested in the group who'd been looking for Kagari. And I also wanted to know what she was doing lying on a mountain path. What was she doing out there? And with only an Upa? Could she have been running from someone?
ルカ子、ちょっといいか?
はい。なんでしょう。
I remembered stuff, no spoilers. Okay, okay, fair, fair.
かがりさんをなるべく神社の外に出さないでほしい。
え？どうしてですか？
理由は聞かないでくれ。頼む。
はい、わかりました。岡部さんがそう言うなら。
It couldn't hurt to be careful. If it was nothing, then that was fine. How do I verify on Twitter? I don't fucking know. I mean, are you talking about, like, if you're making an account on Twitter? I mean, it should just send you an email, right? Either that or send you a text. Oh, do you mean, like, check marks? Do you need check marks to fucking DM people nowadays? Just a second. Oh, okay, never mind. Wait. All of these are spam. And they're all from, like, weeks ago. Huh. What about Discord? I guess. I don't know. Sure, I guess. I mean, Actually, wait a minute! The Tumblr! You can submit stuff to the Novella Cipher Tumblr. And you can do that anonymously. I have that turned on. You wouldn't even need an account. Oh. So now everyone just has to be verified in order to... That's so dumb. What in the egg is Tumblr? Tumblr.com. Tumblr.com. It's kind of a cesspool of the internet, and it is a shit-ass website. But it is the only social media from, like, you know, back in, like, the early 2010s that hasn't been a total dumpster fire recently. Somehow, because Tumblr was always known as, like, the website that was constantly on fire. Here, I can actually post the link. It is, very barren at the moment. I only have one post. But, yeah, there we go. And, you should see an option. Show me something cool is the submit button. Or you could even just put it in my asks, like, do an anonymous ask. I should have anonymous turned on. Wait a minute. Okay, you know what? we can figure out the ring lore maybe next stream, because we can't keep doing this. I already took like 10 minutes out of the stream just to set people as regulars so Nightbot wouldn't shoot them. I don't want to be screwed around with like too much else that's just off screen. Once Kagari got her memories back, I'd know for sure. Nobody knew when that would be, though. The day after Lukako took Kagari to the lab, I took Mayuri to Yanabayashi Shrine through an Akihabara that was filled with the Christmas spirit.
Ah, Mayuri-chan. それに岡部さんも。
Lukako was smiling. He'd seen us before we could say anything. His smile was far too cute to belong to a man. Once again, I was forced to doubt his real gender. Guys can be pretty too. Femboys exist. Okabe. Happy Chrysler. Merry Crisis. Happy Christmas. I love her copying it! That's so cute! Also, my favorite fucked up way to say Merry Christmas is Merry Shit Scram, because I saw a picture on the internet once. And it was one of those, like, Christmas decorations where it says, like, Merry Christmas with, like, letter blocks, but someone had moved all of the letter blocks around, so instead of Christmas it just said Shit Scram. So now, anytime that I have to say Christmas in a funny way, I just say shit scram.
First それが挨拶なのだと理解しろというのも酷な話だな。
だからみんな何それっていうのにかがりさんは普通に返してくれたのです。だからすごいなーって。
私は別になんとなくそうかなって。
Maybe Mayuri's strange greeting had embedded itself in some part of Kagari's mind. Which meant that even 25 years from now, Mayuri was still saying "do-do-do." I mean, yeah, of course. Well, knowing Mayuri. Oh, wait. About Kagari. You worried about her? That's right, of course. Then tell her. But I can't do anything to help. Just be with her, that's enough. You're the only person around from before she lost her memories. If she talks with you, they might come back. I see. You're right. Thanks. Okay, cool. I hope we gave her some good advice there. That wouldn't surprise me at all.
岡部さんもトゥットゥルーです。
It's spreading.
どうも。
I still didn't know how to deal with her. The most reassuring and terrifying thing you could hear is the memory demon is in your head. No, I don't think any part of that is reassuring, to be honest. I think that if I heard that, I would not feel reassured. She'd been 10 years old when she was separated from Suzuha. If that was 12 years ago, she should be 22 now. That meant she was older than me, but she was also Mayuri's adopted daughter. That is a very weird situation to be in. That would make her like Suzuha, who was Daru's daughter. Suzuha was at least the same age as me and Daru, so I didn't need to worry about being polite to my elders, but...
そうだ。今日はクリスマスイブだよ。 メリークリスマス
Merry Christmas! If only I'd played this during the winter. That would have been perfect. I didn't realize this was a Christmas game.
そういえばそうだったね。
Oh fuck, it's
Merry
Christmas in
Christmas.
July! Hell yeah, this works! Never mind! I'm actually secretly a genius!
メリークリスマスです
Was it okay to celebrate Christmas at a shrine? I mean,
ところで
listen,
その
like half the people who celebrate Christmas,
調子は
even
どう
like
か
in North America, aren't even religious. It's mostly just an excuse to eat a bunch of food and, you know, give each other presents and to have a good time. More than it is about, like, you know, anything religious. Is it really a secret though? I'm sorry, I don't remember what you were talking about. Like I said, still tired. Happy mandated don't go to work day. Exactly. That's kind of how I see Easter nowadays. Like, I did grow up Catholic, but I mean, even then my family was only like very loosely Catholic. I think it was mostly just my grandma. The rest of my family is like pretty much just agnostic. But yeah, it's like, I went to like a Catholic school though, and went to church and shit because I went to a Catholic school. So, like, Easter when I was a kid was like, people made like a really big deal about it because it's like, oh yeah, it's the time that Jesus came back from the dead, and I'm like, oh fuck yeah, because little kid me, of course, you know. I was just like, oh fuck yeah, excuse to eat candy. But yeah, nowadays, it's still pretty much just like, to me, I'm not into like the religious aspect of Easter. I'm like, ah, this is the time of year where I can go out and buy a big ass piece of chocolate shaped like a bunny. Or hell, you know, wait till the day after Easter and you get them at like half price. Fuck yes. I didn't do that this year and I immediately regretted it. I'd probably still have chocolate bunnies to eat if I had gone out and gotten shit while it was on sale. Try cookies and cream Easter bunny. I didn't know they made those. I love cookies and cream. I'm gonna have to check that out next Easter 2024. I'm gonna see if I can find a cookies and cream Easter bunny. Cause I know I like the Hershey's bars that are cookies and cream. I love sale chocolate from Christmas, Easter, Valentine's Day too. There are so many, wait, Halloween as well. There are so many holidays that you can get cheap candy. It's great. Honestly, holidays are great, like not necessarily for, you know, whatever the hell they stand for, but it's because 90% of them are just an excuse to like have a good time, eat a lot of food, and if you're of age, like probably get really drunk. Cookies and cream depends on who you buy from. Okay, yeah, that's fair. Because you can get like some, I mean, I guess, you know, I guess I'm not that picky when it comes to cookies and cream though, because I do eat like the cheap-ass Hershey chocolate bars. Missed candy corn last year though, gotta get some this year. Yeah, I got a bag of candy corn last October because that's just kind of tradition for me at this point. Hard to find good ramen, for example. Oh yeah, that's fair. I haven't eaten actual ramen before. I've had like Mr. Noodles. I've had like the Mr. Noodles cups. I know that when I was in middle school, that's what I would bring to lunch sometimes because my parents were like, okay, you're like 12, 13 years old. You have to start learning a little bit of responsibility. So we want you to prepare your lunches the night before. And, you know, put them in your lunchbox, put it in the fridge. We're not going to remind you because that's something that you should be remembering to do on your own. But there were plenty of days where I'd just be like, oh shit, I forgot to like pack my lunch yesterday and it's like 5 minutes until the bus gets there. So of course, you know, just scrambling, grab a fucking Mr. Noodle cup. I probably did that at least once a week for most of middle school. But yeah, I've never had actual ramen before. I'm sure that there is a place, like, if not in, like, the town I live in, then either the one my brother lives in or the one my parents live in. Or, you know, the one close to where my parents live, because they kind of live out in the middle of nowhere. But, ah well.
いや、記憶に関しては無理して思い出そうとする必要はないよ。時間が来れば戻るだろう。それくらいの気でいた方がいい。
Yeah. That is a good way to look at it, because then you're not, like, stressed out over it. Like, I feel if I ever got amnesia, I would immediately stress myself the hell out, like, trying to remember everything. Like, I'd probably be like, oh god, what if I was a shitty person? What if I did all kinds of awful things? And I would just, like, have a little breakdown. You've sent the ring lore, hell yes, okay. This is going to be the first ever ask/submission on the Novella Cipher Tumblr account. Ring lore Lamau. Okay, here, actually, you know what? We're gonna pause, and I'm going to, okay, first off, we are going to turn this off. We're gonna turn this on. Just making sure that I don't have any, any personal information on screen. Because if I did, I would scream. Can you read it on stream? I will. Save your game too. Very good point. I'll do that as soon as we're done reading the ring lore. Okay. Before Okabe activated the time machine, the ring, pronounced the ring, was ordered by the time god Nightbot to watch over Okabe. But of course, the ring got tired of watching Okabe because of his attitude and settled comments on certain things on characters. So it created a Steam copy of the Steins Gate world for Nova so she can suffer with him. To this day, Ring is still confused about the eye hair. He wonders if Nova can see out of them. Well, I can answer that question right now. I can. I've mentioned it before, but oh, actually, I should I should get out of screen sharing. There we go. I've mentioned it before. The only reason why my hair eyes and my face eyes don't blink is just that my webcam doesn't like them. My webcam doesn't like them. I've got to get that fixed at some point, but every time that I find someone who can, I don't have the money for it. And then whenever I have the money for it, the people who can help me with it are busy. So I've been meaning to get shit sorted with this for like a year or two now, but it never happens. That explains your face eyes, but what about your space eyes? I feel like that's a reference to something that I'm not getting. I'm sorry. I have like 2 brain cells to my name today. Be nice to me. Of course, she probably wanted to remember them faster than that.
どうかしたか？
いえ、ルカ君もまゆりちゃんも、それに岡部さんもみんな優しいなって思って。
Aw.
そんな、俺は別に優しくなんてない。
I mean,
照れなくてもいいのに。
She'd been so depressed when we first met that this was probably the first time I had seen her smile. Her smile was somehow childish, and she seemed a lot younger than I'd been told she was.
ごめんなさい。私ったら急に慣れ慣れしい感じになっちゃって。
いや、構わないよ。こっちだってタメ口で喋ってるんだし。
This is a really nice interaction.
そうだよ。まゆしーもね、普通に喋ってくれた方が嬉しいな。だってその方がお友達って感じがするでしょ。
お友達。
It's a reference to face and space rhyming. Okay, okay, fair enough. I wasn't sure if that was like a reference to something in like a show or anything. Professional is dumb, chaos is all. I think Okabe is getting old. It's that and also the depression. Mayuri took her depression away. That's all it takes. Mayuri is the cure to all your mental woes.
お友達。
ありがとう、まゆりちゃん。お友達か。
Aw. Maybe maybe this was how the future Mayuri became close to her as well. A war orphan. That's what Suzuha had said about Kagari. And all of that was... It was my fault, wasn't it? If I did what Suzuha wanted, would her life change? But for that to happen, I would have to once again... No, no.
岡部さん
Okay, good.
大丈夫ですか？なんだか顔色が優れないみたいですけど。
ああ、なんでもない。ちょっと寝不足なだけだ。
そうですか。だったらいいんですけど。
それよりルカ子は何をしていたんだ？忙しそうにしていたみたいだが。
本殿のお掃除をしていたんです。
掃除ならいつもやってるんじゃないのか？
It felt like every time I came here, Lukako had a broom in his hands.
今日は普段できないようなところも含めての大掃除なんです。
ああ、そうか。もうすぐ正月だしな。
The OST does go hard. Like, I need to go through the original Steins Gate OST as well and just, like... Because I have, like, a big playlist on my personal YouTube channel that I pretty much just use to make playlists. Because I don't want that cluttering up the VTuber, or this channel, I guess is the better way to put it. But yeah, I have, like, a big playlist, on, like, my personal YouTube account that is, Workin' Tunes, and it's, like, 150 or more, like, pieces of, like, game OSTs that make it easy to focus on. I got Steins Gate soundtrack. Hell yeah. I'm sure, you know, I never even considered that you could, like, buy it off of Steam. I just listen to game OSTs off of YouTube. I forgot that you could actually, you know, download a copy. God, I've been so poisoned by streaming, I forgot that, like, you could fucking download audio onto your devices. Ugh. I need to find some kind of app. I feel like I've mentioned this before and I still haven't done it, but, like, I need to find some kind of app that's basically, like, one of, like, the old style of music players that you can just, you know, have songs downloaded to your phone. Remember when you could just find and rip the music from games? Oh my god, I did that with so many old RPG Maker horror games. Like, I remember having, I think it was the entire soundtracks to, Eve, Mad Father, and The Witch's House, all on my phone when I was in high school. But yeah, it's like, I want to start downloading music again and, you know, having it, because I think for me, it's mostly that I don't tend to, like, keep track of what songs I really like and what songs I like to listen to a lot. So sometimes I'll go for, like, 4 or 5 years without listening to a certain song, even though it's one I really like, just because YouTube stops recommending it to me. Y'all remember Aoni? I sure do! That was the first ever RPG Maker horror game I ever played. Think Okabe needs to go to a doctor? I mean, he did in the beginning. He did try to go to therapy. It didn't work well for him, because it turns out it's really hard to get therapy if you can't actually tell your therapist what the hell you're dealing with. I don't do well with horror. That's fair. That's fair. It's like, I'm okay with it as long as, like, certain buttons aren't hit for me. Like, the big thing is, like, Uncanny Valley, like, horror faces. Particularly when it's, like, a cartoon character that has, like, realistic aspects to their face. Like, you know, like, analog horror faces don't really freak me out because I know that that's just an edited, like, human face. But, like, a medical doctor, because stress can affect your health. He probably should. He probably should see a doctor, but, I mean, will he? Will he, though? But yeah, it's like something about whenever a cartoon character has just, like, aspects to their face that are, like, photorealistic or are just, like, a different art style. I know Cooking Companions had a lot of that, where, like, the horror faces would be, like, these really detailed, like, deformed faces on, you know, simplistically drawn anime characters. That's what gets me. It's the contrast. I also don't do well with fourth wall breaks in horror games. That gets to me a lot. I know that there are a few in, there were a few Easter eggs in, this one RPG Maker horror game. Highly recommend it. I don't think I'll ever play it on stream just because it's, I already know all of, like, the Easter eggs and I know all of the endings. So it wouldn't be very fun. I wouldn't be going into it blind. But, seriously, play Cat in the Box. It's really good and I'm pretty sure it's, like, relatively cheap on Steam. But there are so many Easter eggs in that game that just fucking got under my skin. It's great. It's also, I think, I attribute all of this to playing Irisu Syndrome when I was 13 years old. That game changed me for life. And I actually have a playthrough of that game on my channel. You can look at it. That was last year's Halloween special, actually. So if you want to see me play a horror game that's basically Doki Doki Literature Club about 5 to 10 years before Doki Doki Literature Club ever existed, go check that out. I've also played Cooking Companions and recently Dreadweight, although Dreadweight, admittedly that one wasn't too scary to me because I spent most of it just frustrated at one of the puzzles. I feel a little bad for that though because, like, in hindsight, you know, I should have been able to get it sooner. But I wasn't expecting it to be the way that it was. It still is very, very promising, though. I'm looking forward to that game's release. Another good RPG Maker game is Final Fantasy Zodiac Braves. It's like 80+ hours long. Oh, man. See, here's the thing. I like RPG Maker games. I've discovered I don't actually like playing turn-based RPGs all that much. I mean, depends on the game. I like Pokemon, but that's because I've been playing it since I was a kid and I know, like, all of the mechanics inside and out. But, I mean, that was, like, the one thing, like, Amori's, RPG mechanics are really fun and really cool and really interesting, but it's just, like, it's not a style of gameplay that I enjoy. Reasonable. Unfun grind is just tedium. You ain't gonna like Forever Home then. Oh, is it a turn-based RPG? Then I might not end up playing it. I mean, that's the entire reason why I haven't played a Persona game yet, is just because I look at the gameplay and I'm like, would I actually enjoy this? And it's like, if the answer is no, I'm not gonna pay $80, $90 for a video game. I mean, then again, I could probably get Persona 4 pretty cheap if that's, you know, been ported to PC. I don't even know. But yeah, it's one of those things where it's like, I don't hate those mechanics. I just find that in a lot of games where it's like, okay, you do have these RPG-type battles, especially if they're random encounters, I'm like, this just feels like a waste of my time. I want to get back to the story so bad. Depends on the game. Some games are so fun you don't notice the grind. It's true, it's true. And like I've mentioned before, I fucking love grinding in video games. I love doing silly little tasks. I'm an Among Us crewmate in real life. I hate the fact that I said that. I'm gonna... Wait, voice mod isn't working. I just took multiple points of psychic damage. Cool. Okay. But yeah, it's like, the most notable one is Slime Rancher for me. I have, on my main Slime Rancher file, I have literally bought everything there is to buy. I've gotten everything there is to get. I've literally 100%ed that save file, except for, like, finding all the slime keys, I think. I think that's the one thing that I haven't done. I haven't, like, gotten all the slime keys, but I've gotten, like, one of every slime. I've bought all of, like, the 7Z rewards. I have 5 million new bucks in that game because I just find, like, playing Slime Rancher, like, just doing shit around the ranch to be fun. So, Stardew Valley good. Stardew Valley is also a great game for just, you know, doing funny little tasks. I've got to play that one again. Clipped and shipped. No! Do you mean the Among Us? God damn it. I mean, I should have expected that. I should have expected that, but... Okay. I see it now. Great. Alright. Alright, you know what? For all that I was saying, like, hey, I'm not gonna go on tangents, I'm gonna actually play the game, I'm gonna try to focus on the game. I sure have been on one hell of a tangent, huh? God. Alright. New Year's was a big deal for a shrine. I am the rock whisperer. I speak for the rocks and they are happy with the weather. That's good, I'm glad that they're happy.
まだやり残しているところもあるので、かがりさんにも手伝ってもらっていたんです。
Nice.
ただお世話になってるだけなのも気が引けるもん。少しくらいは役に立たないと。
You know, I've been thinking it this whole time, but I really love Kagari's shirt. It's so nice. I wish I had something like this. I love it when I play a video game and I'm just like, man, I wish that I had these characters' clothes in real life. Lukako and Kagari seem to be getting along just fine.
Oh yeah? Luka, お客さんかな?
She does. She does have a neat design.
あ、お父さん。
Lukako's father was poking his head out from behind the shrine. She looks like a space captain. She kind of does. He had the look of a saint, but I knew he had some bad habits. Mostly of the same type as Daru had, which I'm not a fan of. Dressing up Lukako in shrine priestess clothes and having him help around the shrine was all his idea. Yeah, and I don't like that very much.
Merry Christmas.
Merry Christmas!
メリークリスマスです。
Wait, aren't you not allowed to say that?
おや、どうかしたかい、岡部君。
いえ。
Well, if it didn't bother them, I guess it was fine. More importantly, I needed to thank them for what they were doing for Kagari.
実は彼女のことなんですが。
かがりさんというそうだね。ルカから聞いたよ。まさか君たちが知っている人だったとは。世間は狭いね。
Yeah, this is the dad.
はい。それでもう少しの間、お宅でお世話になることができればありがたいんですが。
何か理由があるようだね。もちろんうちとしては大歓迎だよ。
Last time I saw a saint in an anime that looks like that, they tried to kill the protagonist. Not a good sign. Although in the last game he was a pretty chill dude. Like, he had his moments, but for the most part, like, he was just kind of helpful and didn't really contribute to the plot all that much, outside of, you know, having an IBN 5100 in his storeroom. But that's pretty much it.
ありがとうございます。
ありがとうございます、おじさん。
Getting Shield Hero vibes from this man. That's just reminding me that I need to watch more anime. I've heard of Shield Hero. I don't know if it's good or bad. I know it's an isekai.
いいんだよ。私も新しく娘ができたみたいで嬉しいからね。
What did he have in his storeroom? An IBN 5100. So it's an old classic PC, and it was, it's problematic. It's one of the few good ones. Okay, I see it's polarizing. But yeah, IBN 5100. It was the computer that they needed to hack into CERN's secret hidden database. And it was the way that they could kind of, like, get into this world line.
できたみたいって。お父さん、お姉ちゃんがいるじゃないですか。
あの子はちっとも家に帰ってきてくれないじゃないか。私が寂しがっているのを知っていて、そういう意地悪をするんだ。
It's one of those, oh, it's a fantasy world, so you bet they're slaves. Ah, okay. I see. I see.
そうだ、いいことを考えたよ。せっかくこれだけ女の子がいるんだから、お正月には神社を手伝ってもらうというのはどうだ。
Fair.
伝うって巫女ですか？
もちろんかがりちゃんにもまゆりちゃんにもちゃんと巫女装束を着てもらってね。どうかな？バイト代は出すよ。
でもそんなの2人に悪いですし。あら、私なら大丈夫よ、ルカ君。お世話になってるんだもん。それくらいしなきゃ。
本当かい？
マユシーはお正月はパーティーの準備をしなきゃいけないので、それにコスプレ衣装を作るのは好きだけど、自分で着るのは。
Mayuri, a shrine priestess outfit isn't actually cosplay, you know?
そうか。まゆりちゃんの巫女姿、岡部君も見たいんじゃないのかい
Don't pressure her into this!
Huh?
Why is he asking me?
そうなの？オカリン。
いや俺は
とぼけても無駄だよ。ちゃんと顔に書いてある。
No way. If I were to look in a mirror right now, I most definitely would not see it written on my face. Shrine priestess sounds cute on Mayuri. It does, but it's like, nah, girl has plans! Come on! My complaint about Shield Hero is how it really needs villains. The villains either be dumb or cartoonishly evil. That's a bit of a disappointment to hear. Because, like, a good villain really can, like, make an entire series. Although, then again, I like a lot of shows that just don't even have them. Like, I mean, I fucking love Mob Psycho 100 and there isn't, like, one main villain. Although, then again, I haven't gotten to, like, the end of Season 2, and I hear that they do introduce, basically, like, a villain at some point at the end of Season 2. I don't know how long that lasts, though. I also like, My Life as a Villainess. Or My Next Life as a Villainess. And that show doesn't really have a villain, despite the name. Or at least not one central one. There are a few here and there. Vinland Saga is incredible. Noted. I say this every single stream, but I need to watch more anime. Which is a wild thing for a VTuber to say, is all I'm saying.
オカリンがそう言うなら。
そうか。
Magnus Bride good? I remember reading a bit of the manga of that. Wasn't there a cult in Mob Psycho Season 2? I mean, there is one in Season 1. I know that for sure. But yeah, I remember reading a bit of the Ancient Magus Bride manga because a friend loaned me, I think it was like the first 5 volumes or something. I have a friend who's like a really big manga collector. So, back when we lived closer together, she'd often share like series that she was like really into with me. I remember liking the manga. So maybe I'd like the anime too. I haven't really looked into it. He must have been afraid that Mayuri and Kagari were going to change their minds because he quickly ran behind the shrine. You seriously couldn't let your guard down around that man.
ごめんなさい。
ルカ君が謝ることないよ。
でもせっかく楽しみにしてたお正月のパーティーが。
それはここのお手伝いが終わった後でもできるから平気だよ。
そうだね。僕も手伝うから何でも言ってね。
ありがとう、ルカ君。
でも巫女さんの格好なんて私に似合うかな。
大丈夫、絶対に似合うよ。
そうかな。
マユシーはね、
They made a vending machine
友達
anime.
のコスプレの衣装とか
I mean, they'll make an anime out of anything, I think.
わかるの。
そう言ってもらえるなら頑張ってみるね。
Since I'd asked them to keep Kagari from leaving the shrine, she probably needed something like this to relax. Maybe that was why Lukako's father had asked her? No, no way. Either way, it was going to be a busy New Year's.
それじゃあ俺はこれで。
もう帰られるんですか？僕お茶もお出しせずに。
かがりさんの様子を見に来ただけだからな。
おかえりまゆしは。
There's one anime I hate that somehow got a season 2. What anime is it? I want to hear the tea. And also so that this way I don't, you know. This way I know which shows are good and not before I, you know, put my time into watching one of them.
分かってる。もう少し正月の話をするんだろ。俺はラボに戻ってるから。
Smartphone. Oh, that one. Yeah, it's like the smartphone in another world. It does seem like a pretty generic isekai to me. It's not the weirdest one. There was one about a potential future about collecting boogers and other unmentionables. Okay, that one is definitely not going on the to-watch list. I don't want to see that shit.
ありがとう、岡部さん。
She bowed her head a little and smiled innocently. Spy X Family has season 1 and 2. I need to watch that one! Ah, there's so much I need to watch! Also, hi Rico Master, I'm sorry, I just noticed you in chat. My bad, I'm so sorry. She bowed her head a little and smiled innocently. If she still had her memories as a war orphan, would she be able to smile like that? Come to think of it, what would she, Hyajo, be doing on New Year's? She had said that New Year's was a time for partying with your friends, but it didn't seem like she had any friends to party with.
もうだから何度言ったらわかるのよ。
ん?
Oh, hi! I heard a voice I thought I recognized. It was Hyajo herself. And she was yelling at a police officer. Which meant...
証明するものってちょっと待って今
Ever seen Metabots?
Hyajo-san.
I have not.
ああ岡部さんいいところにちょっとお願いがあるんだけど。
おまわりさん、彼女はれっきとした大人の女性です。間違いありません。
君は知り合い？
I'd say she would have been able to smile from what little scenes we have of Kana. I mean... Yeah, but I mean, the only time that we've seen Kagari, like, as herself, was, in the flashback that Suzuha had, where, you know, she was getting torn away from her mother, basically, into a time machine to go somewhere that she's never seen before. So it's like, it's a little hard to kind of gauge her personality based on that. It's good? Okay, fair enough. I'd say I'd add it to the to-watch list, but like I said, it's fucking long.
はい。大学の先輩に当たります。
I didn't feel like explaining the whole thing. She wouldn't mind if I told a little lie like that, probably.
大学。
東京電機大学です。なんなら調べてもらってもいいですけど。
ああいやそこまでは。でも。
Just realized that when I heard you read Kana, I thought of Kana Arima from Oshinoko. Can't believe an idol anime is living in my head rent-free. I need to watch Oshinoko. I keep seeing shit about that anime, and I want to go into it entirely unspoiled. Wasn't there a scene where we see Kagari after that? I mean, yeah, but it's the one where, I think that's the one where they're in the time machine and Kagari is literally sobbing her eyes out. And Suzuha is like, hey, no. We need to be strong. None of this crying bullshit. You should for maximum impact. That's what I hear. I want a Pikmin anime. That would be really cute, actually. It'd be really cute and then have moments of being absolutely terrifying. I'll avoid pulling you on tangents. Don't worry, I'm getting pulled on them anyways. I'll pull myself on tangents regularly, so yeah, just... I don't think it can be stopped. I've been trying all stream to stop myself from going on tangents, and it hasn't worked. So I guess we're just gonna roll with it. The policeman left, shaking his head.
なのもう謝るくらいしたらどうなのよ。ほんと訴えてやろうかしら。
まあまあ、それだけ仕事熱心ってことじゃないかな。
I mean, I guess.
あなたもあなたよ、岡部さん。
俺？
一見しただけで私が子供に間違われて補導されそうになってるって分かったんでしょ？
Busted.
一目で分かるなんて、あなたもそう思ってるって証拠だわ。
それは。
There was one anime I thought was innocent and cute, but then I got slammed with emotion in the first 2 episodes. I got thumbnail trust issues after that. It's like how Madoka Magica codified the 3-episode rule when watching a new anime. Where it's like, oh yeah, you gotta watch the first 3 episodes to really get a good sense of what the anime's about, because of course we all know what happens at the end of episode 3. And if you don't get spoiled for it. Go watch Madoka Magica. Made in Abyss. Oh yeah, that's what I want to watch. I really like the cosmic horror ideas about like, yo, there's this like massive pit, and the farther down you go, the more monsters there are, and then as opposed to Gal Gaigar's 37 episode rule. It's dark as fuck. I kind of figured. You need to watch Madoka? See, I'm spoiled for the whole thing, but I know it's good. Seriously, guys, Gal Gaigar gets better after the first 37 episodes. Maids in Abyss did it better. Like, a better, you know, looking cute at first and then massive plot twist. I could see that. Yeah, it's one of those things where I'm really interested in the world building. I love how... Okay, this is the last anime tangent I'm gonna go on for a little bit. I'm gonna do my best not to after this. I mean, then again, you know, we're nearing the end of the stream. But... I love the idea of, like... You go into this like, pit, you go into this cave, and when you come out of it, it's like decompressing from scuba diving. 'Cause honestly... Scuba diving scares the shit out of me. I don't like the idea of, oh, you have to go up slowly or otherwise your blood will explode. Like, fuck that! I'm just gonna stay on land! It would be very, very cool to go scuba diving because, I mean, there are surprisingly a lot of places, like, near me that have, like, interesting scuba diving spots because, of course, like, you know, Southern Ontario, you're either near the Great Lakes or you're near the St. Lawrence River, and both have had a lot of shipwrecks in them. I mean, of course, you can't do this in Lake Superior because, I mean, actually you might, I don't know. I've never really looked into Lake Superior. All I know about it is, according to what people say, she never gives up her dead. So, that makes me think that it's not good for scuba diving. Blobfish says hello to explosive decompression. Yeah, honestly, I feel bad for Blobfish. Like someone, I can't remember if it was like a Tumblr post or if it was a tweet, or if it was even like something on like Shower Thoughts on Reddit. But it's like, it's really fucked up that we call Blobfish Blobfish. Like, how would we feel if aliens named us after what we looked like after we explode in the vacuum of space? And that's just stuck with me. Anyways, fucking game. I'm here to play game. And I should do that instead of talking. Maybe I should have kept my mouth shut.
まあでも、助けてくれたことには感謝するわ。ありがとう。
Madoka is more obvious in that there is a twist. Made in Abyss is more slow and gradual. Oh, interesting. Okay, fair enough.
Yeah.
You should have just said so to begin with, then. Come to think of it, Kurisu was the same way. Were all genius scientists like this?
それで、ヒアジョーさんはこんなところで何を？
これよ、これ。
I I saw a Madoka game, but there's no English patch. I've heard a bit about, like, the Madoka games, like, and there was that phone game for a while, too. Like, I know there was one, I think it was either on, like, PS3 or PSP or something. And then there was, like, there's one on the phone, I think it was called, like, Magia Record or something? It looked interesting. I don't think that there are English servers anymore. It's, like, a purely Japan-only thing. It was international for a little bit, but I guess they just couldn't get enough players to, justify keeping those servers online. It was a predatory gacha game. Ah, I see. I mean, then again, I feel like most anime-based games are. So I'm not very surprised. She showed me a big bag. Well, no, it just looked big because Maho was holding it. It actually wasn't very big at all. A good Madoka game is a doujin game called Grief Seed Syndrome. Interesting. I feel like I'm saying that a lot right now. But that does sound cool. It was horribly mismanaged. Wait, really? I've never looked into, like, the history of Magia Record. You know, there aren't enough people who do video essays on, like, you know, these, like, big gacha games that end up, like, going down. I guess it's because there are only so many of them out there, but it's like, you know. I've been watching this one YouTube channel recently. We're back on a tangent. It's okay. Whatever. We're gonna finish up this last scene, and then the stream is gonna be over, so fuck it, I'm just giving you guys a little more content. But yeah, I've been following this, this one channel recently, Amelie Dori, I think the name is. Very good channel. She mostly, like, does deep dives into eroge, which is never something I've been too into before, but the way that she goes into it makes me, like, kind of interested in it. Like, it's... I like that she goes into, like, the different plot points and how the ero scenes kind of, like, tie into the plot and how they, like, add on to different themes within the story. And yeah, it's just, it's really nice to see people, like, not just writing these things off as pure porn. What better way to establish a customer relationship than by releasing a dozen limited banners back-to-back for 2 weeks before announcing shutdown, then saying that people can still spend money for 2 more weeks? Oh god. Yikes. That's how mismanaged Magia Record was. Jesus Christ. Did none of the higher-ups on this game ever work on an app before in their lives? Because even as someone who isn't in that industry, even I know that that's a bad fucking idea. Anyway.
ノートパソコン。ここならパスを解析できる業者がいるかなって思ったんだけど。
Evidently, she was holding Kurisu's laptop.
まだそれにこだわっていたのか。
そりゃプライベートを
Wasn't
覗
it
くのは
being
良くないと
published
思
by
うわ。
Cash Grab Crunchyroll? Like I said, I know very little about Magia Record. I just know that it
何をや
exists.
ろうとしていたのか知りたいのよ。
I remember there being a gacha game with these little chibis that blew up a long time ago, but I forgot the name of it. Yeah, I mean, because gacha has a double standard when compared to something like Diablo Immortal. It's true. It's because, like, people like the characters in gachas, and then... I mean, but then again, also, Diablo Immortal is, extremely fucking predatory. When you have to pay, like, $10,000 real-world dollars to max out one of your characters. Something is wrong there. How does that even fucking happen? Anyways.
あなたはいいわよ。あの子が亡くなる前に会って話したりしてるんだもの。
No, 10,000. That's just for one weapon? What? What do you fucking mean? I could have swore it was 10,000 for the whole character. Really? Oh my... Blizzard moment indeed. This is why I refuse to touch Overwatch 2. It's like Blizzard has gotten so bad that I'm like... I really do miss the original Overwatch because I had a lot of fun with it when it first came out, but it's like... Nothing about that company is good. Nothing about Blizzard is good anymore. It's like, I'm not supporting you, chuckle fucks. Especially not when you turn Overwatch into like a fucking free-to-play service where you have to pay 20 bucks for a skin, and then, oh yeah, we added the twos this way, there would be, a lot more PvE stuff, and there would be, like, single-player campaigns. We're not doing that anymore. Just, Diablo Immortal circumvented the gambling laws by making the 10 pulls using currency. By making you run through a very easy dungeon to do the slot pull. Oh my fucking god. Bobby Kotick does belong behind bars. Like, that man has allowed so much shit under his watch. Like, he has been complicit in so much horrible, horrible shit. Link for something for me to watch after the stream. Oh my god. Oh my god. Quinn69 gets a 5-star gem after spending $25,000! What the fuck?! Allowed in his complicit implies that he hasn't actively enforced it. It's true. It's true. Nightbot, did I not add acid to the... Just a moment. I could have sworn you were on the list of regulars. You're on the list of regulars! Why? Nightbot! Ugh, I don't know how to get Nightbot to stop shooting people. I've tried so many different things. He got me too, I feel honored. Okay, good. Maybe you're still filtering regulars out as well. I shouldn't be, I have the thing selected. Oh, shit. Shit. I missed, I was trying to open up my tab again in Google Chrome, and I guess I was still selecting Steins Gate 0, so we missed over a whole bunch of shit. Anyways. Nightbot is a Blizzard shill! Skill issue. I will focus on the game. Not in this world line, I didn't.
でも、私にはまだ実感がないの。急に亡くなったって連絡を受けただけ。葬儀にも出られなかった。だから、少しでもクリスのことを知りたい。が私の中でのあの子の死に対する折り合いのつけ方なのよ。
That's fair. That's fair. Oh no, it's all good. Like, no need to say sorry.
ヒアジョーさん。
だから岡部さん、教えて。何でもいいの。あの子がパスワードとして設定しそうな言葉、一つや二つ心当たりあるでしょ？
I knew how she felt, and I knew she wanted a way to cope. Because I still hadn't come to grips with it myself. But still,
悪いけど、知らないよ。
岡部さん。
すまない。
そうやって逃げるの？
What's Nightbot's body count? I've lost track at this point. Nightbot shoots like 3 people a stream.
アマデウスとコミュニケーションを取らなくなったのも逃げてるからでしょ？
She was right. I had run away. I had run away from a chain of tragedy that had repeated itself hundreds, no, thousands of times. And the result of that running away was who I was today.
クリスったらすっごい文句言ってたわよ。岡部さんは冷たいって。
I could imagine. Knowing her, she'd probably said all kinds of things about me. But...
そうだ。冷たいんだよ。俺は。
I'd abandoned her.
岡部さん。
My attitude must have affected her because Maho had fallen silent. I realized too late that I'd made a mistake. I didn't need to put it like that.
すまない。
This was really awkward. I needed something to change the subject.
そうだ、ヒアジョーさん。 正月は何か予定あるのか？
いえ、今のところは何もないけど。
だったら初詣にみんなで柳林神社に行かないか？まゆりたちも手伝うことになってるんだ。
まゆり？
Oh, right. Mayuri wasn't there when she'd visited the lab.
俺の幼馴染なんだ。ラボの一員でもある。
幼なじみ。
ああ、その後でラボでパーティーもやるらしい。なんならヒアジョーさんも巫女装束を着て神社を手伝ってもらってもいい。
巫女装束。それってコスプレとかいうやつ？
いや、ちゃんとした手伝いだからコスプレにはならないと思う。
そう。でもそれはやめとくわ。私に合うサイズもないだろうし。
She was probably right, actually. They might have had some of Lukako's old clothes from his childhood around, but it seemed like a bad idea to mention that.
ちょっと、そこで納得しないでくれる？
すまない。
で、集合はラボでいいの？何時に行けばいい？
え、でも
手伝うのはパスだけど、日本の初詣には行ってみたいと思ってたの。その後のパーティーはまあその時考えるわ。
That made sense. If she met Mayuri and they didn't get along, there was probably no need to go to a party with her.
わかった。じゃあ細かいことはまた連絡するよ。
ええ、楽しみにしてるわ。
Alright, that seems like a good place to leave off for the next time. Gotta double save, gotta always double save. Alright. I highly doubt someone wouldn't get along with Mayuri. Yeah, Mayuri's a total sweetheart. She gets along pretty much with everybody. So, yeah, so we have made quite a bit of progress. I thought for sure that, we'd be seeing, like, the Christmas party and stuff today, but, game threw me for a loop, so I'm gonna have to change the name of the stream. I'm gonna have to change, the description a little bit. We can always use this title and stuff next time. Just pretend that it's new, you know? Pretend that it's a surprise to see it. Also, if anyone... I mean, you know, I was gonna say, if anyone knows the song that it's in reference to, you get a point, but it's like... The title of the song is literally right there. Oh, well. Maybe that's just me being a fucking Lemon Demon fan and assuming that his songs are more well-known than they actually are. I mean, I'm also the kind of person who sees like 1 million views on a YouTube song and go, wow, this thing blew up, this is massive! So, I have a very narrow idea of, like, what is actually popular music. Ah, well. The Rockstop Watcher Dr. 7. No, it's mine! Only I can take sips. Put this back. Alright, so anyways, I'm sorry that it wasn't a longer stream, and I'm sorry I've been kind of off my game today. Like I said, really busy day yesterday, and then today I also had, like, a bunch of chores I had to catch up on. I've still got chores to catch up on. Oh, no. I don't really want to do the work today. I don't really want to do the work today. I don't really want to do the work today. I don't want to do the work today. Oh well. I will buy the ring once I get a paycheck. Fair enough. Rest. I want to, but as I said, I have some stuff I have to take care of before tomorrow, unfortunately. And then I've got a bunch of stuff to do tomorrow. Although... I will say, I just remembered, I don't have to feel as bad about, you know, having shorter streams this week, because there's gonna be a bonus. So if you've looked at my Twitter, which, by the way, getting into a little bit of the end of stream nonsense a bit early, on my Twitter, I posted my schedule, and we do have a very special collab stream happening this Saturday, 6 p.m. EST. We're gonna be having Vernon on, we're gonna have Alistair on. He hasn't been in chat recently, I think. He was mostly around for like the LobCorp streams, but also a friend of the channel. Very, very fun, very cool dude. And we're gonna be playing Whispers in the West because the full game is coming out soon. And Vernon got an early access copy, so that this way we can promote the game before its release. So yeah, so we're gonna be doing that on Saturday. It is a lot of fun. We played the demo of it before, also on the channel, so if you want to go and see like what this game is all about, just look through my my VODs, and you'll find it. I think it was from around this time last year, if I remember correctly. Time means fucking nothing to me. Want to be a VTuber so I can do this stuff? Hell yeah, hell yeah, hell yeah, hell yeah. One of us. One of us. One of us. One of us. But yeah, so yes, we're gonna be doing that on Saturday, so you guys get a little bit of a bonus stream this week. And hopefully I won't be as sleep deprived for that one. So anyways, getting into the usual end of stream stuff outside of that, if you like what you saw and you're new around here, hit the subscribe button and hit the bell. You'll be notified whenever I go live, and hey, if you spend more time on Twitter than you do on YouTube, or, you know, you just don't like the YouTube notifications, you can also follow my Twitter, because there you'll see my schedule. This way you know whenever I'm gonna be live. I also just post, like, funny memes there sometimes. I'll post every time that I go live. Probably look up a tutorial or something. Fair enough. Hell yeah. But, yeah, so, oh, also I have that Tumblr. I linked it earlier on in the stream. It's also, like, it's my Twitter handle and then .tumblr.com. It's very, very simple. Like I said, I haven't really been touching it lately because shit's been too busy. I've been doing a lot of stuff. I've been working on a lot of stuff that isn't really, like, VTubing related. So, yeah, sorry about that, but, I mean, this is very much a side thing for me. This is very much, like, on my list of priorities, this is probably, like, 4th or 5th place. So, unfortunately, things like jobs, things like, you know, socializing, things like writing, they do take priority. So I haven't really been touching the Tumblr recently. But, hopefully soon, things will calm down a little bit. Won't be quite as busy and hectic for me. Which is dumb, because I'm unemployed. I shouldn't be busy and hectic. This should be the time that I'm able to work on stuff, but oh well. I mean, I guess that's why I'm doing my writing. Anyways, now I'm on another tangent. Ah! Anyways, have a good night, everyone. I'll see you guys next time. Bye!